Welcome to Tad Talks with your host, Tad Western.
Woo! Happy birthday to Tad Western. What the hell is going on, everyone? I'm your host, Tad Western, and that's right. This is my birthday podcast. First of all, thanks to all my listeners, followers on Instagram, Tad F and Western, Facebook, Tad Western. Oh, where else am I at? Twitter, at Tad F and Western. Oh, and TadWestern.com. And TadWestern.org is the university, as everyone knows, but it's not really up and running right now due to government regulations and everything else. But anyway, thank you to all my listeners for downloading and subscribing on iTunes to Tad Talk with Tad Western, and I am Tad Western. Anyway, yeah, like I said, it's T-minus a few hours until my birthday. I've put this podcast off a couple days. I got a lot to talk about that's happened in the past week and a half. This podcast can be brought to you by an ice-cold Miller Lite in my world-famous patented Bubba koozie. It's got the bottle opener on bottom. Anyway, we got all kinds of shit to get into, and this may be kind of a short podcast because I got to get running onto another podcast. Got to go do the surprise guest appearance on the We Are Libertarians podcast here in about an hour. So I'll probably get about 45 in on this bad boy and head out the door. Anyway, what the fuck's been going on? I went shoe shopping last week, and I'm trying to get some fresh kicks, you know. It's not really boot weather anymore. Spring has sprung, as they like to say, and everyone's out of their houses doing awesome things, like mowing the grass. When I tried to record this podcast last night, as soon as I sat down, next thing you know, all my neighbors start mowing the grass at the exact same goddamn time, and I'm like, well, shit. And if I can hear it in here, I know this microphone picks it up, because it can pick up Kona squeaking on a ball down in my second kitchen, where he likes to hang out and eat all his food. But anyway, so I need to get this studio actually soundproof, like a bomb bunker. Oh, speaking of bombs, Trump's dropping bombs. We'll get to some of that shit here in a little bit. But yeah, back to shoe shopping. I went to go buy some shoes. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker, all kinds of places. And I'm super fucking picky. I don't like anything, and I need a woman, a female, to go shopping with me, I think. Because I need someone not only to help me pick out what to wear, but someone who tells me, you know, someone tells me, oh, those shoes look good, that shirt looks good, those are some good looking pants. Because if it were up to me, I'm pretty much like the Steve Jobs type. Like, give me a t-shirt and jeans, and I'll wear that shit until it's got holes in it, then I'll go buy the exact same thing. So I like it simple and easy. Oh, and by the way, newsflash, Tad Western swag came in. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I got some sweet-ass Tad Western t-shirts in. These are the Tad Western Trial Run test tees, and they are sweet. I will post pictures when I post this podcast. I've got a couple larges left over. Most of them I bought. I gave a bunch of them out just for promos and the people who love me and who've done things for me along the way. And I just like giving free shit away. But I may just give these shirts away unless somebody like wants to offer me a ridiculous amount of money and I'll sign it or something. But anyway, so Tad Western tees are in. We'll talk about the design here in a minute and how fucking awesome they are. I've had nothing but fucking 2 thumbs up reviews. And if you see the shirt, I mean it's my Tad Western emoji logo, and it says Tad Western on it, real fucking big. So you can't miss it when I'm out wearing it. And they look good on everybody. I tell you what, people automatically stop and ask you, that's a sweet t-shirt. Where in the hell can I get one? It's like, you can't, bitch, because these are limited edition, and they're test tees of Tad Western, and you aren't getting one unless you offer me a ridiculous amount of money or I give you one. That's the only way you can get them. So anyway, I'll post some pictures on Facebook of the Tad Western tees. But I go shoe shopping, right? And I'm looking for some new shoes. Because I'm not wearing shorts and boots, not in the spring and summer. And I was trying to find some fresh kicks for Jeremiah Morrill's pool party, which we'll get into in a minute. That's probably what this podcast will be, just a recap of that crazy ass shit that went on. Oh, excuse me. Miller Lite's kicking up. So anyway, oh shit, I gotta light this this candle. It's my birthday. Did I tell you it's my birthday? That's me blowing the candle out. My happy birthday candle. Happy birthday to myself, Tad Western. Yes, I did make a wish. I just wished for all my followers and listeners' dreams to come true, because Tad Western's dreams have already came true through hard work and great branding. I'm as successful as I could ever want to be, and I'm pretty much on top of the Tad Western Mountain, just looking down and want everyone else to be up in the clouds with me. So, all my listeners, you will reach your goals. Just hard work, dedication, and inherit a lot of money. Be rich like Tad. So anyway, I'm out shoe shopping, right? Trying to find some shoes. I find some cool shoes, and I'm like, these things are pretty cool. And I pick them up, and they feel like they're made out of nothing, like just styrofoam. And they're like the mesh, like Nike shit, and like you can bend them, and they just feel like shit. Like there's nothing to them, and they're like $120. I was like, these are sweet shoes, but there's literally nothing here. I feel like I'm getting Nike has to be making $119 off raw material just from the cost of the shoe and what they're paying the kids in Malaysia to make them. But there's no way that they have any amount of money in these things. And all the shoes are like that now. I don't know if anybody's been shoe shopping. I'm just looking for like tennis shoes, running shoes. I like a heavy duty shoe. Like I don't like to be able to feel my toes, you know, like I feel like I stub my toe in those, my toenail would come off. I want a little bit of protection on my feet. That's why I normally wear Merrells, but they're a little too heavy and a little too woodsy to be wearing with shorts, but I know they got some sportier kinds, so I might pick some of those up. But I like the waterproof Merrells just in case you got to go running through a monsoon or any crazy shit like that, or you got to go out to the ranch and step in some mud puddles and cow piss and everything else. But the Merrell waterproof's pretty good shoes. So, but I'm looking for fucking tennis shoes. Tag, stay on fucking track. So I'm looking for some sweet tennis shoes to rock, and I can't justify spending that much money on something that I feel like they're just lightweight, they're bullshit, and they all feel like they're just made out of some space-age mesh that's just going to fall apart in 2 seconds, because nothing's sewed anymore. It's all like heat glue and everything else, and all the seams are just going to pop apart. Because I had a couple pair of these shoes before, and I fucking hate them. I wear them like slippers around the house. They're fucking like water shoes is what they are. They feel like shit, and your feet hurt after a while, and you can't wear insoles in them because they're all like molded. I don't know. If they're Nike and all these other shoe companies, get back to making real shoes with like, they're heavy, that feel like weights, you know? I like some, I guess just I'm used to wearing boots, steel toes and shit like that, but Nike, I need you to come out with a steel toe tennis shoe is what Tad Western fucking needs, all right? So get on that. You can call my people, and I will design them. I designed some sweet T-shirts. They got the yellow, the brown, and the fucking Irish green. They look fucking sweet. But yeah, I might get on Nike ID and see if I can't add a steel toe option and customize some Tad Western shoes. The Tad Western joggers. So anyway. So I'm shopping for shoes. Can't find shit that I like. Fuck it. So I'm walking by the sale rack, the clearance, and there's tons of North Faces and shit on sale because it's spring now and no one's buying fucking winter clothes. Marked down. I was like, damn, I should probably buy a North Face real quick before have it for the fall and winter season. You know, when it gets cold again. Hopefully I won't ever have to use it. Global warming kicks in and it's like 70 degrees all year round, but I don't think that shit's gonna happen. Not too soon. Maybe in a couple years, but so I'm like, nah, I'll just wait. I can come back later on and get some of these North Faces. But so I walked down to what the fuck's that place called? Not the shoe show, the fucking Foot Locker shoe show. Like I'd shop at the fucking shoe show. The only thing good about the shoe show, I haven't been in one like 30 years, so they probably don't have these anymore. But they had like the raffle thing that you could get inside and had dollar bills and shit flying around. It's like a big fan. It just blows shit, and you're like, oh yeah, 25% off my fucking my child molester kicks. Which anybody doesn't know, I post a picture of the fresh ass New Balances that are white, white with the blue big N. Those are the fucking the pedophile fives, Air pedophiles, the Air Jareds as Nike would brand them. But those are sweet. I almost copped 3 pairs. I said I did, but I was lying because Tad West wouldn't be caught dead wearing fucking New Balance. Unless I had a fanny pack to rock and a Hawaiian t-shirt and I was going to Kings Island. That's the only way I do it. And next time I go to an amusement park, I will be wearing it just as a goof. But, so I go and I check out these Adidas shoes at Foot Locker. And these fucking shoes, they look like they're made out of the same cotton candy bullshit all these Nikes are. But if you look at them, they literally look like Cottonelle toilet paper print. And they just look like it looks like somebody mummified, fucking took your foot, wrapped it around in Cottonelle shitter paper, and that's what the shoes looked like. I was like, what the fuck is going on with these shoe companies? And they were light as hell, and I almost wiped my ass with them. I was like, the guy was like, what are you doing? You trying to steal those? I was like, no, I just got a little dingleberry back here. I'm trying to get it with this toilet paper you got here. It's like, those are new shoes that just came out. I was like, oh, those are shoes? Oh, I guess they do have laces on the inside, but sorry, sir, I'm mistaking your sweet shoes for toilet paper. So yeah, Tad's fucking shopping trip was a goddamn joke. So I'm gonna stick to just making all my gear. I'm gonna have some custom embroidered T-shirts, polos coming, golf shirts here for the spring. So I'm gonna hit the links, and then maybe some. I don't really need anything other than my Wranglers, and I just cut those off right above the knee for shorts. So make your own jean shorts. Don't go out and buy them because it looks way better with the fray. That like a clean jean short bottom hem is not good. It's not a good look. You got to have the little squigglies. That's Tad's tip of the week. Don't buy jean shorts. Make your own. Okay. Save a couple pennies. But Wranglers, shout out to Wranglers. I like Levi too. Levi, those are 2 good American companies. Wholesome. Oh, thank you, Miller Lite. So anyway, I don't know. I need a girl. I need a female to take me out shopping, and she can even buy if she wants. If I don't like it, she can buy it. But I'm like the pickiest fucking shopper on the planet. So anyway, enough about Tad fucking shopping spree. What else was I was doing? My shirts came in, as I said. These are sweet. I'll put a link. I don't have anything on tadwestern.com yet. It's pretty much just under construction. I am in the works of building the 3-dimensional Tad Ranch, where you get to walk around in first-person view of my ranch. I'm mapping it out. I've got the Google Earth people out here with their fucking Volkswagens scanning the property. That's supposed to be happening this weekend, and it's going to be a complete fucking shit show. But you'll be able to tour my ranch, and then you're going to have you'll be able to go up and like pet the horses, Liberty and Justice, and if you do, then I'm going to have like a little saloon store where you can go in, and it's going to be Tad's shop where you can buy Tad's toothpicks, Tad swag, bumper stickers, whatever the fuck you want. After I get all this shit, after I get through with all the trial run and all the, God, who knew making your own brands was such a fucking hassle? God, it's like a pain in the ass. It's like a real job. It's a pain in the ass. I tried starting this for fun, and then now it's like becoming a full-time second fucking third job, It's like, God, I don't like working. I really don't. I just want to sit back and drink beer and talk some shit. But that's what I get, I guess, for everybody loving me. I'm not mad at the fans for wanting Tad swag and Tad gear. I'm mad at myself because there's not enough hours in the day for me to get done everything I need to get done. But you people come first, all right? So Tad will get it done. But on to the party. Here's what happened this past weekend. Jeremiah Morrill, the boss hog of liberties, he likes to call himself, and Henry County. Henry County, what is he? The Ron Swanson of Henry County. I think he's the Park and Recs director or some bullshit. He's some elected official over there. I don't know. All I know is that he was responsible for a pond getting a ton of algae in it, and all kinds of fish perished. And he got mad at me because the last time he threw a party, I somehow noodled in his fish tank, and I caught a fish, and then the next... I didn't eat it right there on the spot or do anything with it. But I said, "Here, fishy, fishy," and it came to me, and then I put it back in the tank, and it somehow died later, probably of shock that the great Tad Western touched it. I mean, that'd be like an alien. That'd be like the Monstars coming down and abducting me. Like, my childhood I was raised on Space Jam and Seinfeld. And, like, if the Monstars came down and grabbed me, I would just die of shock because, holy shit, the Monstars? Like, really? They almost beat Michael Jordan in space? But anyway, yeah, his fish died of shock because it was Tad Western. Don't let him tell you differently. So anyway, I go to make... Tad Western, I like to make things right, all right? So I go to the fish store, a.k.a. Walmart, because I don't know any other place that sells fish, especially if it's on my way to Newcastle, Indiana, the home of the Steve Alford Giant Shoe Inn. If anybody doesn't know, there's a giant shoe that says Steve Alford on it. It's painted blue and yellow. Anyway, that's a sidetrack note. That's a tad sidetrack. So I stopped by Walmart, and I asked a fine young lady there, "Hey, what does a man like myself have to do to get a fish around here? Because all the fish tanks are locked. I would have just grabbed the one I wanted and been gone and paid for it, but I wasn't gonna steal a fish from Walmart. I'm not that fucking big of a hillbilly." So she's like, "Oh, I'll have somebody page for you." So she pages, and I'm sitting there. I don't know if it was funny because I was in the pet section. I was looking at some dog toys for. I was thinking about buying Kona a toy because he's been a good boy lately. And she pages. Can I get an associate to help to the fish tanks for a customer who wants to buy some fish? And there was a lady at the same time looking at the fish, and she like starts looking around like it's a prank phone, like a prank TV show. She's like, I don't need a fish. I'm just walking through here. And I was like, "Oh, are you sure?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, you must be on a hidden camera show or something." She's like, "You really?" I was like, "No, I had him page. It's cool." And she was like, "Oh shit, yeah," because she was about to go back to the trailer park and tell everybody that she was on a hidden game show, but she wasn't. So anyway, but here comes karma. It takes fucking an hour and a half, damn near an hour. But I'm the jackass who stands there for an hour. I have to end up going to hunt somebody down to get the fish out. So I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to get 2 fish. Because, I killed one, allegedly. Why not replace it with 2? I'll show up to the party with 2 fish. So now, if something happens, I'm one up. I'm making things right. I'm back in the positive of karma. So I'm talking to the guy. I was like, "I want this one and this one." And one of them was bright green, and he was probably about the size of a quarter. And he was like, "Oh, those 2 aren't going to get along. Are you putting them in the same tank?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "This one's a mild-mannered fish, and this one's a mean fish." I was like, "Well, shit. Just give me the mild-mannered one, because I don't know what other fish Jeremiah has in his tank or what he's restocked his shit with, so who knows? I don't know what the fuck's in his tank." So I get the green little Tad's what I named him, and we make the big trip out to Newcastle. And he's the same color as my t-shirt. So I get to Newcastle, and it's about 8 o'clock. Party started at 6, but Tad Western hates being early, especially when you're a big celebrity like me. You can't ever be early. You got to be at least 2 hours late to everything, especially if it's a party. So I'm sending a text message. I was like, "Is there food at this party or not?" Because I'm fucking starving at this point. So I'm like, fuck it. Nobody's texting back. Fuck this. I'm going to B-dubs. I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wing, going to pregame, have a couple beers. End up, sit down. I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, nobody's responding about the food. All right, I need 50 fucking wings to go and some beer. So I'm sitting there drinking a beer. I think I end up drinking like 5 beers at B-Dubs, not waiting on food. Actually, the Buffalo Wild Wings waitress or bartender, she was good. She went through my entire order with me, and she eyeballed that they'd shorted me wings. I got 25 honey barbecue and 25 mild. And she was like, there ain't no way that's 25 miles. I was like, I don't think it is either. She went back, loaded me up, gave me the hookup. I was like, hell yeah. But I ended up drinking like 5 beers there. End up getting over to Jeremiah, showing up. I mean, it had to be a sight to be seen. Tad Western, full hat, hands just full of gear. I got free t-shirts I'm throwing out like I'm fucking, I don't know, a drummer, just throwing his sticks out into the crowd. I'm throwing t-shirts. Everybody's going, Tad, Tad, Tad. I'm so, just being it swamped with love from fans who I don't even know half these people. Just first time meeting them in person. Obviously, they send me Facebook messages and stuff, so I had contact with them, but never met in person. Everyone's showing mad love to Tad Western. So I'm throwing t-shirts out. I'm like, where's Jeremiah? I walk right by him, have no idea where he's at, because I'm a little half popped at this point. Haven't ate any of my little chicken nuggies. And they're like, you brought fucking B-Dubs? We got all kinds of food here. Brett Bittner's on the grill. I was like, oh, I didn't think anybody wanted any grilled spinach or whatever the fuck he eats now. It's like lamb chops and grilled spinach is the only thing he can eat, because he's on some fucking keto caveman bullshit diet. I was like, why don't you just eat rocks and dirt, Brett? You'll lose a lot more weight. But anyway, they're like, holy shit, you brought wings. Everybody's fucking devouring wings and shit. I was like, Jeremiah, where you at, bro? I got you a present. So then I tip my hat off and I pull my fish out. No, I was actually trying to put the fish that's in a bag, little Tad, underneath my hat, but the bag was too big and it was full of water, and I didn't want it to pop and run all over me. But so he was like, "Holy shit, you bought me a fish!" So we put little Tad in we get the water temperature down right, Tad's tip: make sure you get the water temperatures. You gotta let them sit in the bag and then cut the bag open and let them go. Either that or they'll die. I don't know why, because fish are fucking stupid. But little Tad, he's swimming around for about, good 30 seconds before some fucking giant crocodile type fish comes out of nowhere and fucking snags him up for dinner. I was like, God damn it, Jeremiah, now you owe me a fish, you dick. Yeah, so little Tad Western, he didn't live too long. He drove all the way to Newcastle, Indiana, just to get ate by a fucking fish. And that's how the fucking night started. So everyone's getting drunk, having a good time. Everyone's getting drunk, having a good time. It's supposed to be a pool party. Jeremiah opened his pool up. It's 45 fucking degrees out. And the water had to have been 40. I mean, there's no way. And there ended up being a few women got in, skinny dip, and then as they were drying off, we hear footsteps from the top of the roof, and all of a sudden I look up and I just see a white ass crack and a glow of a cigarette out of a mouth of James Neese flying over into the pool, smash, skinny dip, comes up out of the pool, somehow his fucking cigarette's still lit in his mouth and he's smoking. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. He's fucking skinny dipping, everybody's like, God damn it, James. And then somebody yells, major shrinkage. But to his credit, it was fucking like 30 fucking degrees of water. So yeah, there was fucking skinny dipping going on. Brett Bittner was on the grill, grilling out. Somehow he grilled meatloaf. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but there was grilled meatloaf. He had made it on the grill. I don't know what the fuck it was. Tried it. Wasn't too bad. Just never had it before. And then I broke the Sharpie out, started signing titties. There's pictures of that. I branded some fans with Tad Western's John Hancock. And Actually, I signed a titty, I signed a back, I signed a tramp stamp, I signed a dude's ass crack, a dude fucking tramp stamp, which I don't discriminate. Whatever. If you want Tad Western, John Hancock, not my Hancock. You won't get my Hancock, but you, John Hancock. That's what you can have. I'll sign anything. I don't care. I love my fans. And Lisa actually, she flew in from Miami to come to the fucking party. And I signed her titty, and then she went to go get it tattooed, but her fucking shitty tattoo artist wouldn't do it without me present or signing a form. And whatever, I'll sign your tit again if you want to get tattooed. It's all good. Shout out to her for listening. She's a loyal fan. She got a t-shirt. Oh, man. So, yeah, it was a pretty good party. There was a lot of debauchery going on. Not going to get into specifics. But it was a pretty good night. Yeah, I blacked out at one point. I don't know when. Probably about 3:30 in the morning. And then I woke up about 7 and went, took Lisa back to her, I think her mother's house or someone's house, a family member, her house or something, and dropped her off. And as I was leaving, I don't know if you guys remember a Tad talk or two ago when I was talking about all the train PSAs about how fucking retarded it is that we're spending $17 million on people running train tracks and all. I look to my right because I'm sitting at a stop sign and I see a train track and the red lights are flashing and the bars are down. Sure enough, Chevy Malibu goes around the fucking goes around the guardrails and just keeps on going. And I'm like, holy shit. Tad Western just got served. But they got around it. They didn't get stopped on the track, so who the fuck knows? They had a death wish, but whatever. Who cares? Oh, excuse me. I got the burps. Oh, man. So I got home Sunday. That was Saturday night. Sunday I got home, and my brother, he went full OCD and decided to clean the garage. He goes, it's fucking spring cleaning time. I'm like, all right, goddammit, let's do it then. We tore out and threw away about 39 55-gallon trash bags, old-ass fiberglass insulation, and just old fucking junk. 39 55-gallon trash bags. I was like, what are you going to do with all these trash bags? He goes, I'm going to put them out on the curb. The trash truck will take them. I was like, that's a whole fucking truckload of trash, dude. Not only that, we trimmed the fucking trees up around here. We did all kinds of shit. And we got Tad's Ranch looking fucking amazing. And now Kona has a new summertime home. He's going to be out in the garage chilling like a motherfucking villain. He can piss and shit all he wants out on the concrete floors, and I just hose it off. But he's been good lately. That's a Kona update. He hasn't been pissing or shitting or being a dick lately, which is good. But for my birthday, I'm going to get him. He's not neutered yet, but I'm going to get him neutered. I bought some heavy duty rubber bands. I'm gonna just tighten down, kind of wrap them around his balls, and then I heard eventually they'll fall off, and it's quite painless for the dog and me, and it beats going to a vet and getting paying like $180 to have him chop the balls off. Fuck that. We'll do the old Tad Western rubber band trick. If that don't work, then whatever. I'll go get him snip. Either that or I'll hit him with a hot knife. That way it burns the blood vessels and he don't bleed out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that to him. That'd be mean. All right, so anyway, that's Jeremiah's party recap. I talked about cleaning out the garage. Oh, so also, after cleaning out the garage, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to mow a little bit. I'm going to break out the mower. Got the mower all fired up. Did about, a whole 30-second run on the mower, and I hit a wood chip or rock, and it ricocheted off of a fucking cedar tree I have. And it came back and bounced directly into Tad Western's eye. I had a moment where I could not see out of my right eye. I was like, holy shit, Tad Western's going from cowboy slash rancher to a fucking pirate in no time flat. I thought I was going to have to wear an eye patch for the rest of my life. I was like, I'm going to have to choose between the eye patch and the cowboy hat. Because people are going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't wear a cowboy hat and an eye patch. That's just ridiculous. But thankfully, I closed my eye in time. But it was a direct hit to my eyeball. But it hit my eyelid, luckily. And I'm back to, I'd say, 98% vision in it. I still see a couple little spots, specks here every now and then. And I've had a migraine for like 4 days, but oh well. I think I was a little concussed. But Tad Western about lost an eyeball. So kids, here's a Tad safety tip for if you're ever out weed eating, mowing the grass, doing anything, chainsaw, be sure to wear safety goggles. Cutting anything. You don't want to be running a saw and then have a fucking little piece of metal or wood go flying into your eyeball and be blind for the rest of your life. I was like, damn, it's gonna suck to have to go to a titty bar and only have one eyeball. But I don't know. You may be able to ask for half off your cover charge and dance fees. I'm not paying full price. I only got one eye. I can only see half the show. There you go. Maybe that's Tad's tip. Wear an eye patch and not actually be blind. You can ask for half off at movies and the titty bar. There's another Tad's tip. So anyway, what the other shit's been going on? We had the big United flight ordeal after Trump dropped some bomb. I think it was 58 bombs on Syrian airfield after supposed chemical gas attacks, which that's what this. I'm in the We Are Libertarians. We're going to talk pretty much all about Syria and the Middle East and what's been going on, North Korea, all this shit. I'm just giving a gloss over what the fuck happened last week. But supposedly it's retaliation for the gas attacks Assad did on his people. And it was the airport where the planes took off from and gassed and chemical weapon factory and all this shit. I've got about 50 minutes. I could go into this forever, but supposedly that's what it was. So everybody was it was hilarious. You had like Hillary Clinton and John McCain like, yeah, Trump's fucking doing awesome. That's badass. We're dropping bombs, which is hilarious. We only killed like 6 people, but we took out a bunch of planes and shit. And then North Korea's flipping shit. They're all like, we're going to nuke the shit out of you. And I don't know. I don't have enough time to talk about that on the Tad Talk. This Tad Talk, I don't want to talk about that shit right now. Especially when I don't have Greg Lenz or Chris Spangler or any other qualified personnel to talk about this. The United flight ordeal happened, which by now I think everybody knows the guy. What happened was United overbooked a flight. They needed 4 seats for their personnel to fly to Louisville. They offered the maximum. 3 people took the maximum. They need 1 person to get off the plane at $1,300 and something. No one volunteered to take it, so then they randomly picked a seat, and it happened to be this Asian doctor from Louisville who was crying a hissy fit, all kinds of shit about how he's not getting off the plane, he's got patients, all this other bullshit. They're like, sir, sorry, terms, conditions, you're off the plane. He sat there. They end up calling the fucking police in. The police end up beating the shit out of him pretty much, give him a concussion, bloody him all up. And I'm just like, everybody's sitting here, fuck United, they're a bunch of assholes, all this bullshit. I'm like, no, listen. United's a private fucking company. When you purchase an airline ticket, there's terms and conditions. It's in the terms and conditions that if it's an overbooked flight, you can get bumped, and this is their options they'll give you. And you agree to all this shit when you purchase the ticket and agree buy it. So this guy is completely, in my opinion, I think he's safe. United's going to settle the case, so he's getting fucking money no matter what. The real problem I had was the way the police handled it. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, you can't get this guy out of a seat. He's like a 59-year-old doctor. You can't just tase him or something and then handcuff him and get him the fuck off the plane if he's not leaving. But, like, come on, dude. Like, just take the fucking money, get off the plane, Uber down to fucking Louisville or catch the next flight. This guy was a complete dick, and he was trying to just I got patience. And then somehow he fucking got away and came back on the fucking plane. Like, how in the shit does this happen? It was a complete clusterfuck. I don't blame United one bit. The guy was being a complete dick. But all the other passengers on the plane, once you see this guy being a dick, why don't you just stand up and say, hey, I'll take $1,300. This guy can fucking stay. I'm fucking rolling. Why? Like, everybody on that plane's just a bunch of cocksuckers. Like, nobody wanted to get off for $1,300 plus and another airline flight and fucking a hotel. Like, hell, I wish I'd have been on that flight. I'd been off in a second. I'm like, fuck yeah, another night in Chicago. I'm getting shit-faced and doing Tad Western things around Wrigleyville or wherever the fuck they were. I don't know what airport they were taken out of, but yeah, so that's Tad's take on United. Listen, people, it's a private company. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They could have thrown him off the plane for absolutely nothing. And he's lucky that fucking Pinochet wasn't flying and they weren't in the air that he started doing this shit. He'd have threw him the fuck out right over Indiana. He'd been fucking splattered in a cornfield. Yeah, fuck that guy for acting like a dick. Fuck United for... No, actually, don't even... It's not even really fuck United. It's more fuck the police than anything, the way they handled it. I think you should sue the shit out of the police department. Or aviation, airline police, or wherever the fuck they were to take them off there. Yeah, fuck them. They were the real dicks. They were the ones handling it. It's not like fucking United CEOs down there. And, by the way, if the captain tells you to get the fuck off the plane, yeah, get the fuck off the plane. There's a reason that, like, cruise ships and shit have jails, and the captain puts you in the fucking jail, you're in the jail. And that's international waters. You're not coming out of that thing until you're lucky if you get out at port. Yeah, I almost was thrown in the brig one time on a cruise ship. We won't get into that, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, that's that's Tad's United story fucking recap. Fuck that guy. Fuck the police. Anyway, yeah, Trump dropped a fucking Moab bomb today. Wiped out like 1.1 mile square radius or some shit. 1 mile radius bomb just blew the fuck up. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of info on it. But Trump's just dropping bombs, motherfuckers. He don't give a shit. He said he'd bomb the shit out of ISIS, and he is doing it. That was in, where the fuck was that at? Afghanistan, I believe, is where that bomb landed. I don't have a whole lot up that. I'm not updated on that situation yet because it just happened a couple hours ago. Haven't had time to read through all this shit yet. But I will be prepped and ready for the We Are Libertarians. All right, we're at about 40 minutes. I've got one other thing. My uncle called me last night, and he said, Tad, he goes, I came across a guy. He was a cancer survivor, and he had an idea for me, and he wanted to know if you could help. And we got to thinking, and we're starting a company. It's not a company. It's a not for profit. It's called Beards for Bushes. You know how they got like the locks of love and all that shit, where you cut off your hair and they give it to someone in need with cancer, and they do the wigs or whatever for the locks of love. This is Beards for Bushes. This is for people whose pubes have fallen out due to chemotherapy, and we are challenging all men to shave their beards and donate their beard hair to Beards for Bushes so we can make pubic toupees for chemo patients, because there's a lot of people there's a huge need for this, but a lot of people don't even want to bring it up or talk about it because they're like, well, everybody's waxed. I've actually been shamed for saying I want pubes. I want my pubes back. I miss my pubes. Is what we're hearing from these survivors. And I think it's just anyone who would pube shame a cancer survivor is a piece of shit in my book. I mean, that's horrible. If you want pubes and you're a cancer survivor, we're going to provide you those pubes and those pube toupees. So all you got to do is we go to beardsforbushes.com or .org. It's .org, not .com, because we're an organization, not profit. And that will be launching here within the weekend, I believe. And you can, we don't even need money. We just need I need volunteers to sew the beard hairs into the toupees, and we're gonna do like landing strips. We're gonna do luscious V's. We're gonna just do full on Congo rainforest bushes. Any type of bush that the survivor wants, they can get on the website and click design it, whatever color. We'll dye it. We'll dye a fucking rainbow pube toupee if you want. But yeah. So all my listeners and you can donate. We're gonna call it beards for bushes, but I think we can probably get away with donating some back hair, nose hair, any type of hair, ear hair. If you have excess ear hair, I see a lot of you fellas out there have been letting your ear canal hair grow for like years. Get rid of that shit, shave that shit, donate it to a good charity, good cause. Beardsforbushes.org. Myself and my uncle will be heading that up. I think he's going to be in charge of operations and overseeing the day-to-day operations. I'm just being the financial backbone and the messenger. I'm getting it out to all my listeners. Hopefully it'll be a good support. Big success, not good support. I know you guys will support the shit out of it, but we will try to get to 1 million pube toupees by, I don't know, let's say the end of next year. I think good bar to set. So let's hit these fucking bars, all right? And I think that's about all I've got to talk about today. So thank you if you're donating your beards or fucking hair, nose hairs, ear hairs, whatever type hairs. We appreciate it. I want to thank all my listeners for being awesome. And I want to thank everyone who supports me in any way, shape, or form possible, whether it's telling a friend about the podcast, wearing a t-shirt, Tad Western t-shirt, whether it's just saying, hi, Tad Western, I love you. I don't agree with anything you say, but you're fucking hilarious, and I love it. I love everybody out there. I really do. I do this out of love. No hate, unless it's the people fucking pube shaming, then I have no love in my heart for you dickheads. But remember, get on my Instagram page, follow me, my Snapchat. They're both Tad effing Western, Tad FN Western. Tad Western Facebook, tadwestern.com. You know the drill. Just get on there, send me a message, say, hey, Tad. Anything we want to talk about. I mean, this has been kind of a weird week. I've had a lot going on, so I haven't had time to do legitimate Tad's tip. I haven't had time to get to Tad's Western family recipes. I'll be getting to that probably next episode. And I'm trying to book more guests for you guys. I'm going to get Vibert and Caitlin on here, the Jeff Vibert podcast. I'm going to get James Neese on here so we can talk about all kinds of crazy shit. I'm going to get all kinds of... Any guests you want on that anyone... I can get any big name guest. Pretty much. All I got to do is call and ask. But I want to thank everyone for listening. And remember, as Tad Western says, keep them holstered unless you're ready for a shootout. Pew, 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 pew. And it's my birthday. And guess what I'm getting ready to do tonight? Go out and celebrate.